We're back. Yeah, I had to take a little time off for bereavement after losing my brother. But there's no better cure for sadness than laughter. And no one I'd rather laugh with than my partner, Rodney T. So we hope you enjoyed this edition of Old Fools Talking Old School.
On my laptop, I come in here, man, the Outlook just took over, man. I had to go and try to remember some passwords. I'm like, what the hell? I started doing this about 9:15. I said, let me go and log in and get ready and get set up. And I'll be damned, boy. I've been sitting here. I was getting ready to slam this damn thing up against the wall, man. Got rid of I had saved my the website, and then I made it a favorite on my desktop. I kept clicking on it; it wouldn't come up. I'm like, what the hell? So I finally said, okay, because I always try to get the short way around. Okay, go ahead and answer these questions for Outlook. And set up an account I already got an account and do all that. And then finally, it let me get to the site so I could get in. I was like, boy, this is something else.
Yeah.
On Rosin all the time about you can't get on your laptop every September and think it's going to work optimally.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to get on them.
Yeah. You know, I'm like, she's like, well, my computer, it's not doing what it used to do. I'm like, Rosalind, you probably got about 900 updates on there because when was the last time? So she's been signing on most of the time now.
Yeah. Well, you know, even if you get on them, like I'm on mine every day. I mean, I'm on mine every day, you know, for a long time during the day, all the different stuff that I'm doing. But, you know, sometimes, like you say, it does its own updates. And depending on what those updates do, you know, sometimes you have to reboot the computer for it to take the updates. And I know with Outlook, you know, they had that newer version of Outlook. And I guess I'm just an old school kind of person. I hate when they change stuff around. I'm used to seeing everything where I'm used to seeing it and all. And I know with that new version of Outlook, because I got a number of different email accounts that I started for, you know, various reasons. When I did my book, I had one that was just for my book, and I had another one I did was for my business and everything. Well, back in the old version of Outlook, I could move files from all three of those emails on the same page. I didn't have to go into each individual email.
Yeah.
But with the new version, you can't do that. You have to be in that particular email to move an email from another one over to it to move it. You just drag it to wherever you wanted it to drag it to.
Right.
And so now I got to go in. If I find one of my other emails that maybe I gave the email address to somebody a year ago, they sent it to me. I've got to forward it now to my other email that I want it to go to. So, I mean, it's just little things like that, you know, I'm sure, you know, somebody said they wanted to see something like that. I know it wasn't me, but you know, they make those kind of changes. And I'm like, damn, you know, I wish it was back to the old way.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Oh,
you okay?
Yeah, I was unloosening my card up under my stand there and just tipped the damn laptop over. Well, I guess it'll work now. But yeah, man. Well, see, I don't sign into mine every day. I got it over here in the cave. Well, once I get out, I'm just I'm a desktop person, man. I go get on my desktop to do everything. There's stuff that I can do up here on this thing, and I'll still walk downstairs and get on the desktop, you know. And one of the main reasons is I like that big old screen because, you know, brother can't see like he used to.
Well, I mean, I've got a laptop, but I'm just like you. I've got a 27-inch monitor, and then I got set up to it. I don't use a and I got a separate keyboard and mouse. I don't use my laptop other than being the source to put my monitor and keyboard and mouse on. I'm the same way. I don't like the small keyboard that's on a laptop. I don't like the small screen that's on a laptop. I don't like the touchpad that's on a laptop. I'm a
Uh,
keyboard and mouse kind of person, you know.
I am too. Yeah,
so
because I
so
got with my laptop here. I got a mouse. I mean that boy. You almost. I ain't trying to be mean, but you kind of understand how a handicapped person's. You can't control mouse with your finger, man. I'm like, damn, I wanted you over here.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like I said, I just use. I mean, I like the laptop because sometimes when we travel, I can obviously take it with me, and I've got
Yeah.
everything right there. Because when I had a separate desktop and laptop, and I was like, oh man, I got that file on my desktop, and it's at home.
Mm-hmm.
We travel somewhere, so I like that aspect of it. That's why I like to have a laptop. But I might as well have a desktop. 'Cause like I say, I have the peripherals with the mouse and the keyboard and the
Yeah.
monitor that I might as well. Matter of fact, that's why I got a whole separate camera for it because I can't use the camera on the laptop because the laptop actually is up under the desk.
Oh, okay.
It ain't
Okay.
even on top of my desk; it's up under the desk. So had to get another camera so that I can use the camera up on. I just mount it on top of my monitor because I don't have the laptop itself up on the desk. So
Yeah,
I'm the
man.
same way.
It's something else. And see, I got the laptop up here where I am, so I don't have to walk all the way down. But during the day, I don't come up here. I'm down there, so I'm on my desktop there.
Right.
I got to because when I bought my uh, desktop, well, I've had to replace the tower anyway, but I didn't get the what is it the card for video card.
Right.
When I bought it back then on my money, I'm like, I don't do no damn video, and I don't need that because I built one myself with Hewlett. Was that Hewlett Packard? Yeah, and I left off certain things. I'm like, well, I won't be using that. Little did I know I would start using. I should have thought about that. So now I got that camera that you sent me, right?
Right.
I think I bought another one, but I can hook it up to the laptop because it's got a video card.
Right. Right.
So it's like, man, I just go with the flow, man. Have to do now. I done finally got wise. I go in my phone and put down all these damn passwords I got. Because if I hadn't done that, I'd be calling you, man. I can't get on, man. Cause I got so many passwords, man. I have to log them in my phone just to keep up with them.
Yeah. I do the same thing. I got actually an Excel spreadsheet with all of mine on them that I send to myself, email them to myself, so I'll have them on my phone too, so I can download it to my phone. But I'm the same way, especially these days where a lot of sites want you to change them every
Yeah.
90 days, and it can't be nowhere near the last one you had. And some of them won't let you use a word that's in the dictionary, standard
Uh-huh.
words. And I mean, trying to come up with a combination that I can remember. I'm like, I
Yep.
ain't gonna remember that because I got sort of the standard ones that I can change a little bit around here and there. But
Right.
I'll know, okay, that's that. But instead of using the exclamation point, maybe I use a question mark or
Right.
whatever,
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
some of them, after a while, when you got to change them so often, those kind of combinations that you can sort of think about and remember go away. So I've got them written down too. I know back in the day they used to say, "Oh, never write your password down. Never write your password down." Yeah, that was back when every place you had to go didn't
Yeah.
need a password.
Right.
But these days, no, ain't no way I can keep up with all those passwords. So I got them too. I got them on a spreadsheet and I send it to my phone. So I'll have it on my phone if I go out to a site while I'm on my phone.
Right.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, man. Because there's no way I remember. I just this week sat down there for about an hour, maybe a little bit more, trying to get a right password for my pay account. Because they send you those quarterly reports or however
Right,
often
right.
they're saying your password is going to expire. And of course, I waited till it expired and had to go in there and set all that mess up. And then got to get me a sticky note to write down all the combinations because you mess around and do a combination in there and forget what you put in there. So I'm like, man, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
appreciate
know.
safety. I appreciate the security of it, but it's a pain in the rear.
It is. It is. Like I say, I know it's all in the in the vein of trying to protect your information and stuff like that. I understand that too. But between that and that, a lot of sites now have gone to that two-factor verification, where
Yeah,
you gotta have them send you a code either to your phone or to your
yeah,
email. Yeah, you know, a lot of them have gone to that too. So yeah, I understand. I mean, I'd rather, I guess, go through that and have somebody steal my stuff, but
yeah,
still, you
yeah,
know, it makes for a lot of stuff. It's like, you know, with the VA, with my VA ID card. I got a card in the mail.
yeah. Me
I
too.
think it was first of the week. I think it was. Your ID card is nearing its expiration date, or it has expired. You need to go get a new one. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, let me go look on there and see when it actually expires. So I go got my card, looked at the date. Damn, it expired like a week ago.
Yep.
And I'm just now getting the card to tell me to go get one. So I go down there and of course, you know, they can't make one and give it to you right there. They got to mail it
Right.
to you. So
Yep.
I go down and get that done. And then I go to my appointment Friday. First thing the lady she was nice about it though. At the receptionist said, you know, your card's expired. I said, yes, ma'am, I know it's expired. I said, but I've already come down here Monday to get a new one. I said, but you know, the thing I don't like, I said, I got my card, my notification card, you know, a week after it expired.
Oh yeah.
Shouldn't we be sending those out maybe a month, you know, 2 weeks or something before the card? She said, I know a lot of veterans have complained about that. I don't know, we don't have anything to do with it. It comes from, you know, DC's office and stuff. I know that, but
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, you know, it would sort of make a little bit of sense if y'all send these cards out a lot sooner. You don't wait till the card's actually expired.
Exactly. And I don't even know why they have us have cars anymore. Because when I got saying your car may or may not be expiring, I looked all over that sucker. I couldn't see nothing. Oh, where's the date at? You know. So I finally went down to the VA to get it to find out where I needed to go and all that. I said, by the way, they say my car is expiring. I don't see no expiration date on. Man, it's in little bitty tiny
Little,
letters. I'm like,
yes.
I can't
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, it's a very small print where
Yeah,
you would think if anything that needs to be in big bold print, it should be the expiration date,
just be
you
the
know.
expiration
But
date.
I
That's
know,
right.
yeah, same thing that I said too. It's in that real small print. And then the card I got said, you need to go to the VA facility, or you can go to the website and
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'll save me a trip, even though the place is only a mile down the street from where we live. I said, I'll go ahead online and do it. Never could do it online. So I called the 1-800 number and said, I'm trying to renew my card online and they won't let me. They said, well, what kind of error are you getting? I said, it says something about, we can't do it now. Come back on the site later or something like that. She said, oh, okay. Well, you need to gonna have to go into the facility to get it done. I'm like, well, why you got the website there then? If I gotta go, I don't understand when they give me an option of using X, but I can't use X for
Yep.
whatever reason, And
Yep.
she never did tell me why. She just said, "Well, you just need to go in to the facility. You can't do it online." I'm like, "Well, damn! Don't put that on the card and send it to me if I can't do it online." She said, "Well, what browser are you using?" I said, "Well, I normally use Microsoft Edge, but I've also used Chrome to see if that was the issue. I know there's some sites that don't like one or the other browser. So I said, I've
Yeah.
gone out to Chrome,
Mhm.
tried it on Chrome, and get the same exact thing. I said, I've even went in and rebooted my computer thinking there was something in the cache that was keeping it from doing it. So I went back and rebooted. So, well, okay, you're just going to have to go in the facility. I'm like, what that? I mean, it would have been nice to know that why I can't do it.
Yeah.
She never told me
Yeah.
that. She just said you need to go in the facility. So I said, okay, no problem. So I went down there and got it done.
Yeah, man. We had similar things because after I got my notification, me and Rosin was out over by there, and I'm glad they put an annex down here down south, so you don't have to go all the way downtown. But anyway, I went in there the first day, That's when I was asking the lady about where's the expiration date. Anyway, me and Rosin were out doing something. I said, let me pop in here real quick because I'm thinking I can get, they can just shoot me and give me my card, right? So we walk up in there, man, and the lady said, well, because nobody's cross trained up there. Well, the lady that does that, she's at lunch right now. She just left, and I'm like, she'll be back in an hour. I'm like, I ain't finna sit up here for no damn hour. So we left. And so I said, well, I'll go back. That was like a Friday. I said, I'll go back Monday. I went back Monday. They're all sitting outside the door. We had a water pipe burst and she's downtown now. You have to go downtown. I'm like, I'll be damn. She'll be back in. I said, well, when will she be back? She said, 2 to 3 weeks. No, I went downtown to get it done. So I'm sick of this. I want to get this done. I went downtown. She back out at the South Annex now. Oh, she left. She went back. I'm like, boy, this is one big cluster up here. I said, well, somebody down here can do them, right? Like, oh yeah, we can do it down here. That's when they did it. They went ahead and the girl took my picture. I thought she was getting ready to laminate it and give it to me. As y'all know, it'll be in the mail in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, and I don't quite understand that because Marion's dependent ID card expired, and once again, no notice, no nothing. That ain't something you look at every day. Let me look at the date on my because mine is indefinite. But they told her, and matter of fact, Marion, I said you should have asked those guys because she asked me after we left about. They gave me one that says indefinite now. Why couldn't I get one that said indefinite the first time? And I said, I think it has something to do with you turning 65.
Yes, it is.
And you weren't 65 when you got that last one. So they couldn't give you an indefinite. Now you've turned 65 and so you can. So I think that's the reason.
That's what it is. Cause, with, it has something to do with TRICARE for life and, turning 65 because Rosin had to do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I thought that was what it was for. But the thing is they give you your ID card right there. They take your picture. They give you to you right. And I said the same thing. Well, why can't the VA do that?
Yeah.
And this is really a guard site. It used to be an active base back in the day, but they turned it in. Matter of fact, I think I told you that's where Nissan's plan is. They bought part of that old Seward Air Force Base and made put the Nissan plant there, and then they kept a portion of it for the for the guard to use. So it's not it's not like they have a huge mission out there and all that kind of stuff, but they can give you an ID card right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't understand why the VA can't do the same.
Yeah, it's something else, man. I'm like, it's all of his ass backwards, man. It's almost to me like it's one of those CYA deals. We're gonna cover ourselves, even though it makes no logical sense in the way things should be done. That's just like my shoulder been giving me fits, man. I've been popping them leaves like I don't know what. So I finally found out that I ain't gonna beat the pain. So I called to make an appointment. The girl said, well, the nearest thing we got is December 9th. I said, December 9th?
Goodness.
I'm like, damn, how, because I'm thinking if it keep up doing like what it's doing, I'm going to the emergency room and have somebody see me. And, but anyway, so I said, all right, yeah, I'll take it. You ain't got nothing closer to that. So she said, but you can come in and take your x-rays at any time. I said, all right. I wasn't doing nothing, so I said, damn, let me go down here. I went down there. They put the order in. I got my x-ray. What was that? Thursday, I got a letter. Might as well been in Greek from the radiology department. They ain't told me. Just tell me what might be wrong with my shoulder. It's got all this medical, talk.
Right.
Something wasn't outstanding and this and that. And I'm like, what the hell? Tell me what's wrong with my shoulder? So I called down there. I said, hey, I explained it to the young woman. So they supposed to have somebody call me Monday. Oh, it was my nurse for my doctor down at the VA. I said, well, I had explained to him the circumstances were I went down there to get the x-ray before I've seen the doctor because they told me I had to see him. I had to see my PCM for a referral. So I couldn't get that to December, but I went ahead and got my x-ray taken care of. She said, well, we'll have his nurse give you a call. I'm like, they haven't even seen me. I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. I said, they don't even know, as far as they know, they don't know that I've gone there, and man, it's just a mess, and I'm like, it's like they do a lot of things after the fact to say they did it.
Well, that's when I went to my appointment Friday, and I only go to the VA, normally once a year to stay in their system and
Yeah,
stuff. Now
that's me.
they give me my meds,
Right.
they send those to me, but I usually only go once a year to see them. And they asked me this time. They said, "But you've been diabetic. When's the last time you had a foot exam, podiatry?" I said, I can't remember. I said, I know I went and saw them a while back, but it's been a while. So she said, let me check and see. So she, as I was getting ready to leave, said, yeah, it's been 2 years since you've seen them. We need to get your podiatry appointment, but we need to get some X-ray of your feet before the appointment. We'll put a consult in for you. I said, okay, no problem. I said, when I need to get those X-rays. Oh, you can go down there right now. I'm like, really? Yeah, you can go down. You just go on down there. As a matter of fact, I'll show you where it's at. He took me down there, got me right in, took the X-rays. I never expected it. I expected it's going to be well, you got to make an appointment for the
Mm-hmm.
X-ray, but I guess those are the kind that I guess they either do often, and it's not like MRIs that they got to do all that crazy stuff. So yeah, walked right in and got it done, and now I just got to wait for them to call to set up my appointment. But I was shocked that I could just walk right down and
Yeah,
get that done while I was there.
yeah. That's exactly how they did me, man. Well, they told me I could come in at any time, so I went that same day. And but I would have even thought, okay, you got the results back. Y'all systems don't talk to each other to tell you I got an appointment on December 9th. You should have been sending the x-rays to them and let them tell me,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I was like, okay, y'all put the cart before the horse. That's why I don't go down there but once a year. They're always telling me, but I'm getting sick of Humana too. We joined Humana. They just taking it up on. I asked the woman, I said, what? I didn't join your group for you to try to diagnose me or anything. I said, I have regular doctors for that. And, uh, but they sent me a cup to pee in the other day. Then they sent Rosin one. I'm like, y'all not
Really?
my doc, yeah. Humana. I was like, so I called my rep. I said, look, what's going on? But I did this last year. So he got somebody on the phone and they supposedly was not going to call us anymore because they were calling us for everything. And it was
Mm-hmm.
part of that, like I was telling you once before, uh, is this Rodney Turner? I'm like, what do you want? I'm not finna say yes, and so they stopped doing that. But now we just received 2 cups, urine cups, want us to send some urine back. I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's why I go to the doctor here.
So they they want you to send it back to them?
Yeah, to Illinois. Just
Okay.
want, just want,
But
just want my piss everywhere, I guess.
well, I was just thinking, but what would keep you from going over to somebody, 17, 18 years old, perfectly healthy, and letting them pee in the cup?
Exactly. And why am I gonna pee in the cup when I ain't seen nobody that represents you? Oh, I was like, man, this stuff is a trip. And I didn't think nothing about it. I just threw it. It was in the chair over there. I'm
Right.
gonna throw that shit away. Then Rosa come walking up here the other day. She checked the mail. She goes, "What am I supposed to do with this?" I'm like, put it over there with that one. I'm like, boy, this is something else. So they wanted us to come in and uh, uh, do an analysis of our health and do all of that. I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I told the dude when I called, I said, man, tell him not to be calling me. I don't want to be dealing with them on nothing. I got my doctors here. You're just a augmentation of regular Medicare. Not my physician. So, but there's something else, man.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I haven't seen where they've sent you a urine cup in the mail before. That's the first time
Yeah,
I've ever heard of that.
yeah. And first thing which wouldn't have nothing to worry about, but the first thing I thought about is like old Trump there. He wants to try to control everything. He gonna let these companies start. If you got any kind of pre-existing, we're gonna get rid of your ass. We got it on record here. We got your urine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm like, I
Oh
ain't sending
man.
that mess in.
Yeah, it's always good to get back to laughter and having a little bit of fun, even if we have to poke fun at ourselves or talk about our government bureaucracy. Well, join us next time for the next edition of Old Fools Talking Old School. Until then, this is Mickey G. Peace.